The United Nations is an intergovernmental organization that has 193 member states. Albania joined in 1955. We are guided by the overarching Charter of the United Nations. United Nations is present in Albania since 1991, and currently there are 20 entities contributing to Albania's development, supported by a large number of partners. For the first time in history, the United Nations engaged millions around the world to shape the new global agenda, the next generation of anti-poverty goals. The UN built platforms to amplify the voices of the people.
Dua për të ardhmen time një Shqipëri europiane me më shumë shanse dhe mundësi për të rinj.
Zonë mjaft e ndjeshme nga ndryshimeve klimatike, unë ndërtoja që zbatosh plani I masave përshtatshme nga ndryshimeve klimatike.
Ardhmen dëshiroj që diskriminimi ndaj komunitetit rom mos të ekzistojë më dhe ne do kemi mundësi të barabarta arsimimi dhe akses të njëjtë në shërbimet publike.
Good governance is about consultation, engaging multiple stakeholders in national and local planning. In various programs, whether related to domestic violence, infrastructure development, or setting the national development agenda, the UN promotes participatory processes by bringing together stakeholders to share thoughts and reach consensus. The UN promotes women and men's active participation in society. Gender equality is another aspect of the governance work. Subsequent to the decision of the Council of Ministers on gender mainstreaming in the medium-term budgetary program, the UN continued to support the implementation of this directive. An example of our work in Albania on the rule of law, and in particular in the area of law enforcement, is our support to container control. Climate change is the greatest threat of our times. It is a clear and present danger to humankind and to our planet Earth, threat to our development plans, including the health of economies, large and small, in all regions of the world. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change published their new findings this year. These report that human influence on climate change is clear. Continued emissions of greenhouse gases will cause further warming and changes in all components of the climate system. Limiting climate change will require substantial and sustained reductions of greenhouse gas emissions. In Albania, the United Nations support efforts to slow down climate change, also called mitigation, as well as measures to assist Albanian communities to adapt to climate alterations. United Nations also support the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions by promoting and technically assisting a resource-efficient and cleaner production process. In terms of adaptation, the UN works, for instance, with the communities in the Drini-Mati River Delta. Important features of exclusion can start as early as at birth. In Albania, too many births remain unregistered. Not having a birth certificate has serious implications for the child in terms of being able to access basic social services such as education and health. Exclusion, therefore, starts at birth. A few years later, new risks emerge. Not having access to high-quality early child development also compounds the risk of exclusion. Investments into early childhood development for the most marginalized yield the highest returns for society. Roma and Egyptians in Albania require further attention from all stakeholders, given the relative small size of this group, and while joining hands to achieve progress, Albania is in a good position to become a model for advancing Roma integration in the region.